Hey guys, it's Chris, back with another Dungeon Hunter Champions video. Our last video we went over our DHC tier list rankings for 2020. Got some good reception, good responses, and some people are asking about potentially doing another one. So we'll see here in a month or two if we may break down this list a little more. We may break it down into PvP or PvE, so we may do a little breakdown on this here in the future. In today's video, we're actually going to talk about Chaos Orbs and Chaos Shards, so that's what this video is going to actually be about. Looks like we've got double gold going on today, so anyone farming, great day to get some gold. Here later tonight we'll be probably streaming on Twitch and going ahead and doing some arena rush hour, see where we end up for the night. Currently sitting rank 27. I think by the end of the night we can probably get up into top 5, top 10. We'll see what happens, but we'll probably be on Twitch for that. What we're going to talk about though is Chaos Shards, Chaos Orbs. They're actually one of the prizes in the event shop this week, so a lot of players may or may not know what these are used for, where to use them, or how to efficiently use them. So we're going to make a quick video. This one will probably be not as in-depth as some of the other videos, but we'll still go ahead and just give a little feedback on where and when and how to best put these to use. Chaos Orbs are used in gear upgrade menu to reroll the secondary stats of a piece of gear. Can be earned from recruitment quests, which I've never seen that, and from special events. So one of the special events is the New Dawn event. So there's actually 8 of them. I've already bought them, I've used them, and I've got some more that we'll go ahead and use, and I'll reroll some gear and kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's see. So you can also get Chaos Orbs and Chaos Shards from co-op. So doing co-op raids every week, you can do Epic, Legend, and Nightmare. And between these, you can get 25 in Epic, 50 in Legend, 75 in Nightmare. So that'll give you a couple of rerolls on your gear. And the biggest point of this video is going to be trying to show you guys where to actually use them and to get the best use out of them. So if you have them, we don't want to waste them on bad gear. So we don't want to waste them on like 5-star purple. We don't want to waste them on this gear. We want to use them on higher quality gear. And when I say higher quality, I mean your 6-star legendary gear. So something like this that is 6-star attack percentage or HP percentage or a percentage gear, or on your helm, chest, and pendants. So we just want to be very aware and actually use them on gear where you're going to get the best reroll opportunity. And the reason you want to use it on the legendary gear is because you've got the best chance to roll like these high rolls for very specific stats. This one, for instance, I'm re-rolling my light sniper right now, and I'm working on re-rolling this potent 6-star legendary piece where I'm wanting to get high crit rate. So right now, my sniper, the crit rate's sitting kind of low, and when you switch to Martial Potent, trying to get good crit rate out of potent gear actually takes a little while because of what you're really aiming for here. So this is a piece that I'm trying to reroll, and my guidelines on rerolling 6-star right here, and then legendary. So the very gold pieces. I've got a piece of gear in the video on the screen. So we really don't want to use it on purple gear, and we certainly don't want to use it on blue gear. At the end, I'll talk about like maybe 1 or 2 exceptions where you'd potentially use this, But for the most part, you're really wanting to stick to 6-star legendary gear. If you don't have 6-star legendary gear and you've got Chaos Orbs or Chaos Shards, just save them, because you're eventually going to get decent gear that's worth re-rolling, and at that time you're going to then want these. So we've only got 126 Chaos Shards, and that was mostly from doing co-op this week. So as you can see, it takes 50 to do a reroll of the shards, or it takes 1 full Chaos Orb. And these things, they're pretty scarce, so you don't get many per week. It's nice though that this last event, they actually had 8 of these in the event shop. So if you haven't bought them yet, go back into the event shop and grind out the light currency and buy all 8 of those. It's a good investment, even if you don't have gear that's worth re-rolling yet. So get them and then hold on to them. So we're gonna actually go back into our sniper, and we're gonna re-roll the bracer that I've been trying to do. So we're gonna re-roll this, and to do that you just hit upgrade. If it's already 15, it's not gonna even give you the upgrade menu. It's just gonna take you right down to the Chaos Orb section, and it tells you again right here. So use a Chaos Orb or Chaos Shards to randomly re-roll all secondary stats of level 12 or better gear. So it does have to be level 12 for you to reroll it. Primary stat and level will remain the same. You choose whether or not you want to keep the new stats or discard them. So we're just going to go ahead and hop in and reroll. If this thing had that crit damage and it had crit rate, I would be super happy camper. So we'll see what happens here and if it's something worth keeping. So yep, it's going to ask you if you want to use them. Yes, we're going to use them. And it's going to pull up the next menu. So it's going to show you right here what it's rolling into. And then it gives you the option if you want to keep your old stats or you want to keep the new stats. On my sniper with an attack piece, I'm looking for crit rate, crit damage. I want both of them. So this piece I may reroll for a while, and it's because I'm at that point where I'm looking for very specific things. With this going defense percentage, move speed, it's got a little bit of crit rate and some accuracy. I'm not going to keep that, so we're just going to hit keep old stats, and we're going to keep those. We're going to go ahead and reroll it one more time and see what happens. Hopefully, because I've rerolled this about 15 times, I'm really hoping that something good just happens so we can not have to keep investing in this one. So we got 14% crit rate and 19% defense, flat attack, which you're always going to get flat attack if you've got attack percentage already up here. So flat attack is, it is what it is. This, because it's 14% crit rate, I might keep it. So I'm going to lose that 25% crit rate or crit damage, but I'm going to gain 14% crit rate. I'm going to keep this for now. This still isn't what I want. I want like 15% crit rate and crit damage, so I'm going to keep this for now. This is going to be better than what I had there. I'm losing some HP and some accuracy, but I'm picking up a lot of defense. The light snipers are kind of tanky, so adding any defensive stats I personally like. That's just my preference in building it. So we're going to actually keep that and just go with it for now. So not perfect, but that's one of the things that will just keep you coming back and doing this. And so it dropped my BR by 3, which doesn't matter, but I picked up higher crit rate. So I want to get that to like 100 to 120, but I also want to try to keep this. I want to get this to like 70 if we can. That's going to be pretty hard on Potent and Marshall. If I had Keen, it would be a whole different story and we would probably achieve those stats. But with going Potent and having the damage dealt, you're not getting any bonus crit rate with not using Keen. So this is pretty specific and kind of more of an in-game thing. You can definitely just shoot for things like that. So once we get that crit rate, crit damage that I want here, the next step is this is going to get removed. This is, I think, just a blue piece, and we're gonna stick on, I've got a 6-star purple martial piece on one of these guys I'm just holding. So I've got this that's going to eventually go onto my sniper, and we're gonna re-roll that. So if you guys remember, we talked about just some guidelines with re-rolling, and you want them to be legendary and you want them to be 6-star. Well, this is a purple piece, so it's not legendary, it's a step below. That's where I talked about I've got very few exceptions as far as when we want to re-roll potentially purple pieces, and martial gear set is one of those, just because they're so hard to get, and it's so hard to get legendary where they're the gold pieces. It's very hard to get legendary 6-star good martial gear. So there is one exception where I would re-roll some of this and without it being legendary. So it's purple, and we're gonna re-roll and work on this one next, but it's like a 2-step process. So I've got to get this where I want it, and then I'll pull this piece off, and we'll put the purple piece on when it rolls attack and crit rate in this up. So that's just some of the things you really got to think about. It does take a while, and you'll kind of want to go in steps depending on what you're re-rolling. Again, some of those guidelines are you want to make sure that it's 6-star legendary, and then you want to make sure that they're percentage. So if you're re-rolling gloves, bracers, or shoulders, make sure that they are percentage right here. So you don't want to re-roll flat stats. We're going to make a separate video on that as to upgrading gear and what gear to keep and what gear not to keep. So I've got I have a flat piece somewhere where I just rolled it and leveled it up for this video, I think. Let's see if we can find it. Now we gotta find which champion it was on. So I rolled one and I kept it because I was so mad that the game gave it to me. Where's it at? It was a martial glove. It was 6-star. What champion did we put it on though? Maybe it was on the Nature Siege Tower. Okay, here we go. Up. Okay, so that is a percentage still. But this is pretty much garbage. There's not going to be really a martial champ that's going to need a percentage HP. So I know I've got some of that gear that you don't want to keep, and I kept it purposely just to show in the video for what you don't want. We may have to do some farming before we get another one. Oh, here we go. So this is an example of what you don't want in gear for your shoulder, your glove, and bracers. You don't want the plus, which is flat. You want the percentage that scales with your champion stats. So you get these things, they're pretty much sell them, they're not good. Let's see, so here's another one. It's a 6-star plus HP instead of percentage like this. So see the percentage there, we're looking at that's the difference right here between your percentage gear and your flat gear. Typically if you get flat gear you can just sell it. Tried to hang on to some of these just to show the difference and what not to keep. And I've seen people then upgrade these and use them. So no matter, this is never going to scale into something that's usable unless you somehow got some ungodly rolls in your substats, but it's usually just highly unadvised to do this and use this gear. So this gear is just never going to be as comparable as what a percentage is. So that's going to be for a separate video, but we'll get into that here at another time. So guys, if you haven't bought the Chaos Orbs from the shop yet, go ahead and buy these things up and use them on your good legendary 6-star gear, and you're going to eventually hop up into your battle ratings, you know, and kind of climb this ladder right here. So the more Chaos Orbs and Chaos Shards you can get, the better. If you guys got any questions, go ahead and join Discord, join the Facebook page for updates, and you can ask your questions there. Discord's the best place to go. If you guys like these kind of videos, like the video, leave a comment, and we can do more of these. These are probably good for early and mid-game players, and potentially late-game players, just because some people don't have a full understanding of stats or how to build champs or where to use stuff efficiently. So if you're blowing those Chaos Orbs and Shards on certain champs, it may not be a good thing. So this may help a couple people in the DHC community. Alright guys, that's it for now. Be sure to catch us on stream tonight. We'll be on Twitch, and we'll be streaming Arena Rush. Thanks a lot guys, take care.